We've been talking about how weak the market is, but despite that, we do have a bunch of stocks which are doing extremely well. So our special segment, as always, Midcap Spotlight, we are focusing on Macrotech developers, which is trading at virtually the high point of trade. Sonia, up nearly 16%.
Absolutely. Big moves coming into Macrotech developers. Now, Motilal Oswal released a report where they are very optimistic on the company. They say that there are sustainable industry tailwinds. Of course, demand is picking up, as we all know. But the management believes that the housing segment will be the biggest beneficiary of an increase in the country's per capita income. So they are forecasting that India's per capita income will rise from $2,000 to $5,000 over the next decade. And there will be a substantial rise in the middle income strata, because of which more housing will be needed and Macrotech developers could benefit from that. The management expects the industry to clock in annual sales of 1 million units compared to 360,000 units in calendar year 2022. They expect pre-sales to grow at 20% compounded, and they expect their pre-sales to reach 20,000 crores by FY26. Also, they say that the operating cash flows that they will generate over the next couple of years will be sufficient for project additions, for debt reduction and for dividend payouts. So, you know, Motilal Oswal is very bullish on Macrotech developers. In fact, the company has been very optimistic as well. The other stock that we're looking at is Olectra Greentech. Now, that stock has been a big mover for the last many days. The stock is in fact up 54% from its 52-week lows. And this is an electric bus manufacturer, as we've been telling you. The latest news is that they've received an approval for their e-tippers, their electric tippers. And the first order of 20 e-tippers is in the final stages of discussion. So we don't know when these orders will flow through, but they've got the green signal for it, and that's a positive. The other announcement of a development of a hydrogen bus with Reliance is what got the stock buzzing in the last many days. They will be launching the hydrogen bus within a year. Now, this whole electric bus segment has really, blossomed over the last many months, as the state governments of India have been rolling out these projects, or rather rolling out electric bus orders for many of these companies. In fact, in the 9 months of this year, revenues in the e-bus division has gone up 174% year on year. So looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good. And Sonia, you know, you seem like the magnet of good gains. You spoke about Olectra up 5%, 6%, and the other one is 16% higher. At my level, unfortunately, I'm just stuck at some of these losers in trade today. One of them is Ttechnologyservices. And why is that? Because Nomura has initiated coverage on the stock with a reduced rating. 3,050 is the target price that they have. The stock hovering around that 3,700 mark right now, under pressure by about 1.5%. They say that broad-based e-R&D service providers have gained market share versus pure-play e-R&D, R&D service providers, which is what Ttechnologyservices essentially does. So they are losing some market share. Apart from that, challenging macros will weigh on discretionary e-R&D spending from the clients itself. So the revenue pool will shrink even as their market share comes under pressure. Attractive portfolio suite of companies will be testing during these macro times itself, and at a time where the company is looking at SWC integration too. Importantly, they expect the earnings for the company to grow in a compounded manner of 15% over the next 3 years. But in their valuation metrics, even if the earnings compound at 15%, the ascribed value to the share is 3,050 rupees, which is a good 20-25% below the current market price, which is why it is lower in trade today.
Okay, well, with that, it is curtains down on Midcap Radar. We have covered the lengths and breadths of all the stocks that are, doing well in trade, not doing so well. But don't go anywhere. When we come back, MF Corner will return. Stay tuned.